Hello and welcome everybody. This is SWGoH with a quick, fun how to climb with Sith Eternal Emperor against Kylo. I put him under a regular Palpatine lead and essentially just made it so that I, as quickly as I can, get rid of Hux in a full First Order team since he stops the turn meter gain. So what's cool is that if your Sith Eternal goes before their Kylo, then you can pop up the Retribution, and Piet's Emperor's Trap ability gives you a stack for every time you use an ability or attack out of turn. So right there, as you saw, you get 5 or so stacks from just attacking out of turn from that Retribution, and then you can use, save Culling Blade, do the Massacre and save Culling Blade for Hux at the end so that you can one-shot him out, and then once Hux is gone, you can get the turn meter train going from Papa Palpsty. It does get, it's a little tricky sometimes. You just make sure you get the right debuffs here and there, and if you can't hit or one-shot Hux, then it's kind of it gets kind of messy. Maybe game over, maybe not. There's a way to you could potentially save it with a Force Crush that kills him off with the AoE, but it's a bit tricky. But what's cool at this point, so you don't want to even though it's tempting, you don't want to one-shot anybody. You just want to lay him down with AoEs and then take out. Again, keep stacking the offense, keep stacking the Emperor's Trap, and then when you get it as high as you can, then you hit Supreme Leader to get him as low as you can. And you just at this point, especially if Larry is stunned, you just want to kill off as many people as quickly as possible so that you can get a full. So yeah, I'm at full turn meter before Kylo even took his next turn, and he was at 98% turn meter. So it's a really fun way of sort of taking advantage of that turn meter and all of these abilities. So this is a second battle of 3 that I have. It's the same battle but different teams, just to kind of keep going over the strategy here, because it's a lot of fun when this works. So to dictate, you want to put since Crew is going to be counterattacking the most, I just want to put that he can't crit the link on him, and then same with Sith Trooper there. So here we go. We're going to get all those stacks of Emperor's Trap. We're at 4 here. Sometimes Vader will hit a second time and get 5. You want to target Stormtrooper with the AoE, and then go basic, basic, and basic. Just again, so you could stack up. You can get 9. Sometimes you can get 10, and then Culling Blade. Hux there, and then again, right after he's gone, you have full access to turn meter, and the good thing is, Larry's not going to do too much damage because he's not going to crit. So then here we're going to go daze, full daze. That's awesome. Sometimes you don't get it. That's okay. Just makes it a little more annoying if they're counterattacking, but I don't think you really need it. And then we're just kind of chopping them down. Yeah, so here I do go for that kill because I knew Sith Trooper wasn't going to actually take his turn because he was stunned. Otherwise, you'd probably want to just equal out the damage and not kill anybody until you knew Sith Trooper wasn't going to do anything fancy. And at this point, I think the better option is to just play it safe. You could also, give that to Palpatine because you really want him to take the hit. Other than you do not want Piet to go. You do not want Vader to go. But it looks like Supreme Leader's targeting is after Palpatine most of the time. But again, most of the time isn't all the time. So, and what's great actually, I don't think this is possible without Sith Eternal, but even if it is, that's fine. It's just kind of fun to play this. And here we go. Here's the third and final battle. Again, same team, but just different person, just to make sure everything goes right and to explain it all. So again, same exact strategy. Get the double link going. You're gonna get the retribution. Let's see, we're gonna get again 4. Okay, so it looks like Vader dodged it somehow. Otherwise, he would have gotten two calls, and then you get more stacks. So same thing, crush on Stormtrooper, basic, then target Hux, and bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Then we get the turn meter rolling again. And what's also really cool with this is that normally Hux has a lot of tenacity. He has very high base tenacity. And so some people will mod him for extra tenacity, but with that, that extra potency that Vader gets, and he's also modded for potency, it's actually, he's going to kind of counter right through it. So you can land those 3-4 debuffs on Hux, which allows you to get that fat culling blade, which is really crucial to making this team work. So again, it's a great stun. And we're just going through it. So Palpatine at R7 and have a decent amount of protection on him. Remember, he gets 5% for every shock, 5% max protection for every time you shock somebody. So the more shocks you get, he's actually going to get pretty thick. I mean, he took 120k from Kylo, 60-60 about, in his 2 hits. So, and every time, again, he's going to be getting those shocks. That's more protection. And so this is another crucial moment. I've said this before, but you do not want to get a culling blade out. You just want to hit them. You'll knock Sith Trooper out from just the AoE, and you want to make sure that you save and hit Supreme Leader with the culling blade. And that also gives you the turn meter to be able to get everybody else up by the time Kylo takes his next turn, which can be potentially an ultimate, depending on how things go. Once he gets the ultimate, then that's kind of game over. But yeah, so here are my mods, and I just picked one of the better mods of one of the other teams. So again, this is kind of mainly for fun. It's super cool that this team works, kind of just taking advantage of the maximum ability of all the kits. So try it out, see if it works for you, see if you can get the modding right, and have fun. Enjoy your new Sith Eternals. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.